Is there a risk here that as an industry, we are crossing into over automation and doing too many things transparently without having the human touch along the way?
Sometimes this is more of an operational consideration and one that relates to technology. Sometimes I receive phone calls from like a motel owner in America, and they ring me and they go, I can just play golf all day now. Like, your system's awesome. Like, I don't have to do anything that I used to do. There's no level of over automation that he's not going to enjoy, right? Let's look at hospitality in a more general sense. A lot of hotels have built up a lot of brand equity in how they welcome guests. In those situations, there is such a thing as over automation. Think about what happens when you go and buy an iPad. There is technology in the background doing the heavy lifting. You can't necessarily see it, but what that's managed to facilitate for Apple is no counters between the staff and the guests. You walk in and it all kind of feels effortless. Technology has removed a lot of the boring, admin heavy, antiquated stuff and allowed a more human connection between the guests and the staff. And I think that's what we're driving towards. I think the moment that you start automating to avoid human contact rather than enhance it, that's probably when you've gone too far to the other side. I have stayed at properties in China where every single touch point was a screen. And as a tech guy, I really enjoyed it. You check in at a kiosk and a robot delivers things to you, and there's a chatbot concierge, and there was no human speaking to me during my entire stay. I found that incredibly impressive, but also simultaneously emotionally quite hollow. And I'm not sure if that's an experience that would be enjoyed by people outside of technology, right? So that's kind of my basic view on it. Let's free people from the boring stuff, so the guests have a better time. Funny story in Hangzhou, I was with a whole lot of people from China and the robot came up to check us in. The robot was clearly only trained to speak to Chinese people. So actually I was trying to converse with this robot and it kept turning around and running away from me. And there is actually video footage of me chasing a robot down a corridor to actually check in. Technology can go too far. And we have to remember that hospitality at its heart is actually making sure there's a human-to-human connection and people having a good time.